Oh, look at him. Oh my gosh. Look at him looking at me, looking at him, looking at me, looking at him, looking at me. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so much more real. Oh, I feel like I'm a little bit like I don't look good enough right now. Oh, it's so real.
Silverline.
Hi guys, welcome to Silverline. This is a new demo that just came out. Let me turn down the music a little. This is a new demo that just came out, just a couple days ago, I think now. And something I noticed when I was going through the menu is that I can't for the life of me edit the sound, the volume of the sound in here. I mean, nothing happens when I click on these little buttons. So that's that. So I'm lowering the sound overall of the games, just in case the music is a little bit loud, because right now it's a little bit loud. I hope that doesn't make the voices hard to hear, but it might, so I don't know what to say about that. Anyway, let's just begin right now. So from what I understand, in this game, you can choose to be either a man or a woman. And the game also uses some live 2D animations. Apparently we're choosing who we are now and watching everything unfold. But, so the point of this game is that you're not the main character, and, like, you just support the main character that you choose. Who could be a woman, but we're gonna pick the guys, because who has time for the women? But here we can pick our gender. We can either be this little tramp around town, or we can be this sort of, I don't know, this sort of sexy looking guy. He's kind of hot, you know, and he's not trying that hard kind of way. So let's pick him. Yeah, look there, he's moving around now. This is the live 2D animation. So, one thing about this live 2D animation is that it always makes me think... it always makes me think of just some porn. Of, like, this yaoi porn that I see sometimes. Because, I follow a lot of people who make live 2D yaoi animation porn. So I guess I'll just name myself Kuro. I won't name myself anything disgusting for this game. Or at least not for the demo of this game. Maybe for the full game, I'll name myself something disgusting. I'm not exactly sure, you know, what I would name myself if it was something bad. Are you sure? Yeah, absolutely. Like, you guys know how crazy I can sometimes get with my names. What was it? Nut whore? Was nut whore one of them? Or nut slut? Okay, let's give him a little bit of a high voice. My hair dances against my face as the wind gently caresses my skin. Does space advance the dialogue in this game? That's like the moment of truth. It does not seem to. It doesn't seem to do anything. Like I've said before, #1 pet peeve in a visual novel is space does not advance the dialogue. If it doesn't, like, I'm a little bit annoyed. It's so soothing to be out here. I'm currently on an expedition. As a scholar, I was tasked with researching the behavioral patterns of the wildlife surrounding the capital. Fall is coming, so many of the feral creatures have already withdrawn or migrated. I haven't seen many of them during my past few missions. I'm pretty much done with my work, so I can afford to take a break. A little shut-eye never hurts anybody, hee hee. So something else I think I read about this game is that, at least on the itch.io page, is that it has...
Hey, slacking off. You better finish your groundwork.
It has full voice acting, at least for the demo, I think. But the full version will only have partial voice acting. So I'm gonna try fooling around in the settings one more time because it was really hard to hear him over the music. I can't do anything. I don't know what to say. I can't affect the volume of the music or the voices or anything. Nothing is happening when I'm clicking any of these boxes. Okay, that's really... Okay. I don't... Fine. Like, I'm just afraid you guys weren't able to hear that. Let me try to turn the volume just up a bit. I don't know if the music will be too overpowering. My eyes open from the sudden interruption. I'd know that voice anywhere. Oh, look at him. Oh my gosh. Look at him looking at me, looking at him, looking at me, looking at him, looking at me. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so much more real. Oh, I feel like I'm a little bit like like I don't look good enough right now. Oh, it's so real. Whoa there, that's way too close. Haven't you heard of a little something called personal space?
Had to make sure you weren't dead.
Yeah, I'm just a little afraid these voices are hard to hear. I don't know. I don't know what to do. There's nothing I can do. Yeah, right. You always mess with me whenever there's a chance. Oh, look at him. Look at this beautiful man. Can I hide the... How do I hide the text box? It's not H. I wouldn't know what it would be if not H or not space. Yeah, I have no idea how to hide this text box. Oh my god. What are the controls in this game? And for your information, I am already done with my part of the report. I grew up with Lucas, and he never let a good opportunity slip by. Even when we were kids, he was always looking for an opportunity to pull one of his pranks.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah, he is talking so quietly. I mean, if I lower down the volume of the game, you'll just be able to hear him less, so I don't see what to do.
Anyway, I finished up my part as well. We should hurry up and report back before sundown. Let's go, buddy.
Just your buddy? That's all we are? Okay, we're starting this relationship from square one, I guess. Yeah, so maybe comment about how the sound is working for you guys. I can't imagine well. The town is bustling. There's never a quiet moment in the city of Lucarin? I don't know. From the chatter of merchants bantering to the delightful squeals of children from every corner, this city is never devoid of life. Lucas and I grew up in this city. I know this place like the palm of my hand, but even so, I could never tire of Lucarin's charm. As much as I enjoy the air on the outskirts of the city, I still feel much more comfortable back in my own turf.
Have you heard? The queen is due any day now.
What, for like popping out a little baby out her vagina? Yeah, the entire town is excited for the arrival of the royal baby. You can practically smell the excitement in the air.
No kidding. Not that I'm complaining. The excitement is pretty contagious.
We people of Lucarin have been patiently waiting for an heir to our Majesty's legacy. However, fate hasn't been kind to our queen. Oh, is she barren? She had suffered a miscarriage and had been having a hard time conceiving. The country has been waiting almost 2 decades for the arrival of an heir. Oh dang, she must have she must have been having a lot of sex to try in 2 decades then. Anyone would be excited after waiting that long, yet I can't help but worry about the queen. Can you imagine everyone depending on you to provide the sole heir to the royal bloodline? Geez, talk about pressure.
Hey, aren't those your new disciples?
Lucas points to a trio of teenagers dressed in robes similar to mine. He isn't wrong, they are indeed my students. The group of new disciples bow shyly, despite being much younger than the average scholar. I hold a rather intimidating rank.
You're back early today. I hope you had a pleasant expedition.
Well, the expedition was fine. I didn't really advance my relationship with this guy at all. I was hoping to maybe suck him off in the woods, but, you know, we can't have everything. No need to be so formal. We're not within castle walls right now.
Of course.
She's nervous, very nervous. I won't bite. She doesn't need to be so scared.
I wouldn't want to be taking any more of your time. I'll be on my way.
She bows again and hurries off with her posse. I'm still getting used to my position as a tutor. The biggest challenge for me is trying to be relatable to all my students. Everyone is still nervous around me because of my seniority. Though to tell the truth, I myself am no different. Even after working for the Crown for years, the thought of reporting back to Captain Gilbert, my senior, still makes me anxious.
So, how does it feel to be a senior now? Bet you're enjoying all that respect and glory.
Yeah, a little bit. Want to call me senpai now? It's nothing sexual.
Heck, even I'm envious.
You know me, I don't think I could ever get used to that. Formalities just aren't my thing, you know?
Even so, that hasn't stopped you from rising up the ranks. The youngest Inquisitor. It brings tears to my eyes knowing that you're so grown up now.
I chuckle at Lucas's words. He isn't wrong. I am indeed the youngest scholar to have acquired an Inquisitor's license. This means I'm qualified to teach and mold our young generation, and tasked with making sure they learn everything there is to know about Lucarin. You haven't done half bad yourself. You don't often hear about someone who wasn't born to a noble family being recruited into the Knights ranks.
Is that your way of saying how amazing I am? Because if it is, I'll take it.
Oh, is there still no way to hide the dialogue box? I don't know. Let me literally check every single button right now, because I mean, they couldn't have made it without, like, any way to hide this dialogue box, right? That's ludicrous. I'm trying every button. I'm trying every single button. Okay, I've tried every single button. No. I selected every button, pressed every button. Nothing happened. Okay. There's no way to hide this. There's absolutely no way to hide this. That's great. His face lights up, glee filling his eyes. I smile. Don't get used to it. Oh, that was a little sudden. The castle sits in the heart of the city, so it isn't long before we reach our destination.
Ah, home sweet home.
I stretch out my arms and sigh. It's good to be back at the castle. Over the years, I had come to call this place my home, ever since I started studying as an imperial scholar. I can't believe it's already been a decade. I've dedicated half my life to the crown. Scholars are generally historians of Lucarin. We document and maintain the information regarding anything, and I mean anything there is to know about the kingdom. I could tell you every single plant found within our walls, not that anyone would ever ask such a thing. If there's ever anything odd or obscure that you need to know, no matter how trivial, a scholar likely holds the answer you seek. Sure, being an imperial scholar sure has its perks. 3 meals a day, a warm bed to come home to, not to mention we get paid quite well. Talk about that Greenmore. What more can a guy ask for? Some dick? Just kidding. But things weren't always like this before my lucky break. No, before our lucky break. Back in the day, Lucas and I grew up in the slums together. We had to sell our bodies back then to any man that would buy it. Thick as two thieves, even now. I can still remember the horrors we had to endure, just trying to get by each day. The guys who would buy us they were really fat and balding. It really wasn't that hot. It wasn't until King Edward's miraculous visit that our talents were discovered. He saved me, and I owe him my gratitude. King Edward was so impressed by our skills in bed that he had to raise our status.
There you go with that blank look again. What's going on in that head of yours anyway? Lunch? Dinner?
Just reminiscing. I don't think I'll ever get over how lucky we are. I'm truly grateful for every moment of my life so far. I wouldn't change anything even if I had the chance.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Sometimes I still wonder if I'll wake up one day and find out it was all just a dream. Anyway, we should report to the captain. The sooner we're done with today's duties, the sooner we can relax.
I shudder at the thought of seeing the captain.
Back so soon?
Ooh.
I can assume there isn't anything out of the ordinary then.
Ooh, look at him. He's a daddy. I'm done making jokes about daddies. You guys have ruined it. The captain's stoic expression makes me even more nervous. Reporting to him always feels like I'm at an exam I didn't study for. He has that intense effect on people. Your mind goes blank from the nerves.
Yes, sir. The wildlife seems to have become more passive over the past few weeks. We haven't encountered any threats on the merchant's route, nor on the hill path.
Alright. Have you encountered anything unusual on your end?
From what I've gathered, there are no apparent changes worth reporting.
Understood. You're dismissed. As for you, Nurse Estelle is looking for you. You should go see her once you have settled in.
Nurse Estelle? Off the top of my head, I could think of only one reason why she'd request me in particular. She needed her fix, more specifically her tea fix. I spike it with a bit of cocaine just like she likes. She's obsessed with tea and drugs. Another perk of being a scholar is that I get an unlimited supply of foreign goods delivered to my workroom, like cocaine. It's all part of the job. Who better to monitor the quality of imported goods? I better make sure I pick some up before meeting with her. Yeah, the captain was a little bit, he didn't look quite as good as, Lucas. But here's the really loud music back again. Oh my god. I stretch out my arms and flop on my bed. It's great to be home again. As much as I love my job, nothing beats relaxing at the end of a long day. I let out a yawn since Lucas so graciously interrupted my nap time. I should take a quick cat nap before seeing Estelle. Tea can wait. Wait! Oh wow, look at him throttling around. Wait! What time is it? Judging from the lack of sunlight peeking through my window, I must have slept for more than 5 hours. I walked straight to a box containing a number of imported teas. Oh my god, Estelle must be... Estelle must be crashing right now. She needs her drugs. Though there are many delightful varieties more than any other kind, Estelle loves jasmine tea because of its light and floral aroma. After filling a pouch with a generous amount of the loose leaves, I leave the room and head over to meet Estelle. This should do it. Nurse Estelle, did you need me for something?
You're here. I've been waiting forever.
Did you bring the good stuff?
I hit the nail right on the head. I knew she was looking for more tea. That's her code word for the good stuff. We all know what the good stuff really is. I just happen to be the only scholar willing to share.
You're the best. I knew I could count on you.
Her eyes sparkle at the sight of the pouch, like a cat who spotted a silver vine.
Nurse Estelle, quickly! The queen is in labor!
Ah! The queen is in labor!
Estelle is startled to the point of almost dropping her tea. She immediately begins frantically rushing around the room, a frenzied mix of panic and excitement.
This shouldn't be happening now, of all times. I was sure it was going to be on the third moon cycle.
The poor nurse seems to have forgotten I'm even here, but since I'm already, might as well offer to help. Is there anything I can help with?
Yes, can you inform His Royal Highness?
Oh, I was kind of hoping maybe I could just, like, take the afterbirth and maybe chow on that. I've heard it's a delicacy. Shouldn't I inform one of his attendants instead?
There's no time. The king needs to know now.
Demanding a direct audience with the king isn't exactly within my jurisdiction. But Estelle storms out of the infirmary with the queen's attendant before I even have the chance to tell her. Guess I'll have to try. Are we gonna be able to fuck the king? As I turn into the hallway, I notice that it feels emptier than usual. That's odd. Usually there would be at least a few royal guards stationed here. Maybe luck is on my side today. After all, I can just sweep into the room hassle-free. Wait. I can hear soft voices coming from the door. The king must be attending to someone right now. I should wait until they finish with their business.
Captain, please. You do not wish to do this.
Is the king getting... Is the captain getting frisky with the king? What's going on?
I have no choice.
What's going on in there? A dispute? Though I know deep down that it's wrong to eavesdrop, I can't help but sneak a little closer. Their voices become even softer. I place my right ear against the surface of the grand mahogany door, hoping to hear more. I can't help but be curious. Ah! Unfortunately, the door hadn't been closed properly. I guess I laid too much pressure on its frame as the door suddenly bursts open and I'm sent tumbling into the chamber.
Long live the king.
Gilbert! I thought you were fucking the king, not putting your sword into him, no pun intended. Warm red liquid greets me. The thick fluid is splattered all over my body and face, yet I barely even notice. I'm frozen in shock by the sight that is laid out before me. Standing inches away from Captain Gilbert, his blade unsheathed and his body bathed in the blood of King Edward. His crimson eyes shine in the moonlight, almost as if they're glowing. His usually sleek hair disheveled. Beside him is the limp body of the king, silent and still. The scene playing out in front of me leaves me petrified. Sir! That's all you have to say? My voice croaks, barely audible in terror. This is all a bad dream. I'm going to wake up soon, any minute now. But try as I may, I'm not snapping out of this nightmare anytime soon. This is not a dream. The king is dead.
How unfortunate. You were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
You killed King Edward. These are the words that managed to escape my dry mouth. I have so many questions floating around through my mind, but this is all I'm able to say.
How odd. Because from where I stand, you killed him.
I can't believe my ears. It's as if time is frozen, my grasp of reality is waning. Even the ground beneath my feet liquefies. My perfect world is crumbling right in front of me, and there's nothing I can do. Even so, as much as I want this to be some terrible joke, deep down I understand the intention behind Gilbert's words. I will become the captain's scapegoat. I'll be accused of our king's murder. Run! My instinct beckons me to run. There's no hope for maintaining my peaceful, happy life if I stay here. So I run. What was his plan if I didn't show up? I finally stop, barely able to catch my breath. There's nowhere to run and I already hear the castle guards searching for me. Maybe you should have gone to the castle guards first, you know? I'm just saying, you know. Maybe if you reported on it first, you know, they'd believe you. I don't know. Word sure travels fast. Okay. The whole castle is on high alert, looking for the person responsible for King Edward's death. No one will believe my words over those of Captain Gilbert. There's a guard approaching nearby, blocking my escape. Damn, they're going to find me.
All clear here. I don't see him in the West Wing.
Lucas! He would know I'd never murder the king. Lucas! His facade drops once the guard is out of sight. His voice is barely a whisper.
Hey, what's going on? We've been given an official order to detain you. This is serious. What happened? Is it true that the king...
Wow, that is really kind of hard to see. I guess if I gloss over it, I can see it a lot better. But it's sort of hard to see if I don't. It wasn't me, you have to believe me. Yes. What? What? Wait. Would saying yes be I'm admitting to the murder? I don't think so. It wasn't me, you have to believe me. If you don't believe me, then what if I suck you off? Will you believe me then? It wasn't me, you have to believe me. You know I'd never do that. I beg him, he can't seriously think I killed the king, not with these twink arms. He of all people knows how much I admire and respect our king. There was no logical reason for me to make such a move.
I knew it. I never doubted you.
Oh, so I don't have to suck your dick then? I mean, yeah, that's fine.
So something weird is going on. We need to get you out of here. You can explain after you're safe.
I'm humbled that he's still willing to help me, even after the confirmation of the king's death. No matter what trials I face, he still trusts me. He never doubted me for a moment. Yeah, so...
Lay low in the outskirts of the city until things calm down.
I was going to say, I don't think this game has any sex scenes, but wouldn't it be kind of awesome if it did have some sex scenes? Some live 3D sex scenes? Okay.
We should be able to get there without a problem once we escape the castle.
Without the music, you can actually hear their voices. It's crazy. It's a little bit crazy. This might be the first time you guys are hearing his voice. Thank you. How can you still trust me? You shouldn't associate yourself with me. How can you still trust me? Is it because you're in love with me? Not that I'm in love with you or anything, baka.
I don't know. Call it intuition?
Just intuition? Not our lifelong bond as friends that may be more than just friends?
I don't believe you're capable of treason, especially against King Edward.
Oh, so you just think I'm really weak and kind of a bitch.
You.
Gilbert. The voice sends chills down my spine. It's over. They found us. There's a storm of heavy footsteps as guards gather in mere seconds. We're surrounded by the royal guards. There's no longer any hope of escaping.
Well, well. This turned out even better than I anticipated.
Ooh, Harrison, you have that long flowing mane. I mean, not that sexy, but I'm just pointing it out.
Killing two birds with one stone.
The royal advisor? He could be in danger as well. I need to warn him about Captain Gilbert. Oh, come on, look at his eyes. You know he's in on the plot, too. Literally, look at his eyes. He got evil eyes. Even if he doesn't believe me, I still have to try. Be careful, sir. Captain Gilbert, he's the one who murdered King Edward. Lucas freezes in horror. Captain Gilbert is the man he admires most. Did we not even tell Lucas that yet?
Why, yes. I believe you are correct. After all, I orchestrated the murder.
Guards? All the other guards? Are you hearing this? Are you all in on the plot too? I mean, I hope they're all in on the plot. Otherwise, what are they doing? Everything suddenly clicks. The advisor was the mastermind behind the plan all along. It all makes sense now. This character we had never been introduced to was the mastermind. It all makes sense. The advisor is the king's older brother, and he intends to steal the throne. But that would mean the queen and her baby. The queen! What did you do to her and her baby?
Looks like they were correct when they praised your intelligence. You figured out my motive in mere seconds.
Well, I mean, there's not a lot of motives for killing the king if you're in the line of succession, but hey.
I'm afraid for my plan to succeed, both her and her newborn son, well, you get the idea.
You're going to kill her baby? As a son, the queen gave birth to a son. If he already knows that, then maybe the baby is already dead. We finally had an heir to the throne, and he's been...
How could you be so heartless? He's your brother!
Lucas gnarls at Captain Gilbert, filled with wild rage.
Our king!
Oh, Lucas, if you only knew, you would resent what my brother has done.
We already know that he kind of has sex with young boys. We've all just sort of gotten over it. I was one of those young boys once, you know. He lets out a hollow laugh. He's mocking the king almost as if he's purposely egging Lucas on.
Why would the king pick up an abandoned child and bring him back to the capital?
Yeah, I told you. We already all know.
Did you honestly believe he was just taking a stroll in the slums when he happened to find you?
I thought he was cruising for sex, so not exactly a stroll, but...
A dead man need hear no more.
Captain Gilbert interrupts the royal advisor. It's clear that he does not intend on letting us leave this place alive. His crimson eyes are as cold as the blade he carries.
But I was just getting to the good part.
Yeah, let him explain his plot fully. Come on, don't interrupt him.
Lucas, King Edward is your father.
Oh my god, and he had sex with him? That's incest! What is going on? Okay, maybe you were right to kill him. Oh my god, okay.
If this is your idea of a sick joke, you're disgusting.
Oh, those green eyes. They're just the right shade.
Yeah, I did notice they both had those green eyes. I didn't say anything, though.
A carbon copy of my late brother's. He just had to bring you back, didn't he? He felt so guilty about abandoning his illegitimate child that he even brought back his little friend to accompany him.
That can't be true.
He's just trying to get into your head. Don't let him fool you. There's no way that the king would have incest sex with you. The possibility of him being the illegitimate son isn't zero. I know that, yet I refuse to believe that there's any truth to that story. But maybe I just don't want to see what has always been right in front of my eyes.
Our captain here knows the truth. Ask him.
Harrison urges us to probe Gilbert for an answer. I won't trust a word out of that man's mouth. Nothing he says holds the weight that it once did.
Captain. No. Gilbert. Why am I here?
Reluctant, Gilbert answers.
There would be no reason for him to allow a child of your background to become a knight, other than sentiment. You are his son.
Lucas falls to his knees, his head clutched tightly in his hands. This is too much for him, finding out who his true father is only after he's been slain. Not only is Lucas himself part of the royal bloodline, he's now the only one left. He finally found the family he always dreamed about, only to be left broken and despaired. The advisor lets out a demonic laugh.
There is no need to grieve. Everything is as it should be. It should have been me sitting on that throne, not Edward.
I guess you wanted to have all the boy sex instead.
Now, get rid of him. I do not wish to see those eyes ever again.
But he has such beautiful eyes that pierce me and look into my soul, even though it's just a visual novel. I can already feel myself falling for Lucas. Gilbert moves in to sever the loose ends to this horrible plot, and in this case the loose ends are Lucas and me. Me being a witness, Lucas being a potential heir. Lucas is too distraught to even respond. If I don't do something, he's going to die. I have to make a choice, now. My eyes close, my body trembles. So do I not get to make the choice? I couldn't move. So much for making a choice, damn. I can't bear the sight of what is happening. Lucas is going to be killed just like King Edward, and just like the baby. What? Who broke glass? What? What happened? I don't even understand. Oh, did someone jump out a window? Is that what happened? Oh my god, that that loud music. Okay guys, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.